Terry Garrison with 88 VoIP Store, and today we're taking a look at the Valcom PagePro IP VIP204. This is a paging server, if you will. It's a zone controller, can do a number of different things. In essence, what it is an IP device that can then branch out to multiple analog devices. Pretty simple putting it that way. Well, let's kind of take a look at what this thing can do. On the front, it has an Ethernet port right up on front. Now, this can power the device if you've got power over Ethernet. If you don't, there's a port on the back for 24-volt power. But if you've got PoE, then you can just go ahead and put that in. On the back, it's got a number of ports. It has 4 ports for speakers. Now, these are zones. And so if you're using analog speakers, you can connect a bunch of speakers in one particular zone because you can just hook them up in parallel. It has an auxiliary port, so you can feed audio in, and if it detects it, then you can have it go out any of the ports, and the port for the 24-volt power. Important point, though, is while these are RJ45 ports, so they use the same connectors and everything and Cat5 cabling as Ethernet, these are not PoE ports. You separately need to supply power to the speakers. Now, if you have analog speakers already, you can use those, but you really want to use amplified speakers. A good example of that, this is the V1080, just a real basic amplified speaker. Coming out of that is a little pigtail with 4 wires on it. 2 of those are for the audio, which I have connected through a telco biscuit, which is supplied, to a Cat5 cable, which plugs into one of the ports. So this is going to allow me to get audio here, but without power, nothing's going to come out. So if I want to power this, then I can get the Valcom 24-volt 2-amp power supply. Now this can actually power up to 40 speakers. So you can have a lot of speakers per zone on the back of this thing. So you want to run the power separately. Now an interesting way of doing that would be to use one of the pairs inside of the biscuit so that you can send PoE, sort of PoE over the cable to it. What you want to make sure of, though, is that you don't have those same ports connected coming back in, because you don't want to feed power back into the 204 by accident. So this is going to take a little bit of wiring to get down right. Now, Valcom does have a good line of analog speakers if you want to use those. This is, like I said, the V80. It's a nice bullhorn. They've got products such as the 2x2 drop-in. So this will drop right into a 2-foot by 2-foot overhead ceiling tile area, or half of a 2x4. And you can just run the connections to it. Now, programming the PagePro IP204 is done through Valcom's Windows-based software application. You log into it, you scan your network, you can find the device, and once you go to the properties of it, you can set up the individual zones. Not only does the 204 support one-way speakers, such as the V1080, it can also support two-way speakers, so you can treat it as an intercom as well as just an outbound paging device. And it has a lot of features for closed contact or normally open contacts, and some other features that you can use with a wide variety of speakers. So if you're looking for a really reliable analog paging system that will work with your IP PBX system, such as 3CX, Trixbox, Asterisk, or others, the PagePro IP VIP204 from Valcom is certainly a fantastic option because it provides you 4 zones going out to analog speakers as well as talkback speakers, but it acts as an extension off your PBX. Now, it also internally has paging groups, so it can control not only different zones on here, but other Valcom IP devices that you may have. So, a very flexible system, very affordable, very powerful. It's the VIP204 from Valcom. Thanks for watching.